As soon as the word korma comes into the cooking and the name of the dishes, everybody think korma, boring, bland. Korma is a royal dish which is a gift to Indian cuisine by the Mughals, Awadh Emperor, or the Hyderabad Nizam Emperor. So the korma was a dish which was only cooked in the royal kitchens. So they did not want it to have an ordinary meal what an everyday person would have. So they said that I want to they used to uh, request the khansamas, which is mean the chefs, in-house chefs. I said create something extravagant. So that's where the korma was created. So all these very expensive, not easily available ingredients for the common man was used in the korma, like the pistachio, the almond, and the saffron, and the gold waff, and even the gold and silver was used in making korma, and the saffron, all these things. So korma doesn't have to be boring. Here today we're creating a Lucknowi chicken korma, and in this one we used lots of different spices like we used clove, cinnamon, bay leaf, and saffron, and also what significant when you're doing a korma is when you're doing a really hot curry, you use a lot of ginger and garlic along with onions, and the same thing applies when you're doing a korma, because you want to use plenty of ginger and garlic because it gives us so much flavor and depth the taste of korma without making the curry hot. So the curry doesn't have to be hot to be tasty, but the korma we're showing today is going to be really tasty. So this is going to be the base for the korma. As you can see, I've got a bay leaf, tablespoon of ginger paste, garlic paste, soaked about 10 to 12 cashew nuts in hot water, and I've got about 4 medium-sized onion, finely chopped. This is going to be the first part. And the second part is, here again, I'm going to take cinnamon, cardamom, bay leaf, onions, I'm going to brown it, then I'm going to add the chicken, the Relish spice mix, butter, cream, and pinch of sugar and salt. So that's all the ingredients. So if you have the Relish spice mix, the onions and the rest of the ingredients are easily available. So we're gonna make the base sauce first. Add about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Yeah, and get the pan nice and hot. I'm gonna add the bay leaf. Goes in first, and I'm gonna wait about 15 to 20 seconds. So now next thing goes is the onions. How we cook the onions is makes a massive difference in a korma. See, when you're making korma, we don't want to brown the onions, we just want onions to be succulent, so that way you get rid of the bitterness of the onion, but it has a slightly sweeter, and it's like a white, it's not very pungent. If you brown the onion too much, it tend to become sweet, so we don't want it to be too sweet, we just want it to be very subtle taste. To achieve that, we just have to cook the onion until it's succulent. So do that, one of the easiest way is just keep stirring and just add a pinch of salt. Also you can do is, you can just stop the onion going brown, you can add a little bit of water or add milk to make the curry even more richer. So the kids, you want to give them the protein, extra protein, they don't want to drink milk, add the milk in the curry. So now I'm going to add the ginger paste and the garlic paste. Mix it. Fry it until you get rid of the rawness of the ginger and garlic. So as you can see, the onions are succulent but not gone brown. So we have to make sure there are no brown bits in it. You will be able to tell when the ginger and garlic is cooked, because as soon as you add the ginger and garlic, you can start smelling the ginger, and then in few seconds, let's like 30 to 45 seconds, you will stop smelling that. That's when you can say, okay, the ginger and garlic is cooked. Now adding the cashew nuts with the warm water. See, adding water makes sure the onions don't burn. So you just softens a little bit more, so it adds a smoothness to the curry. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water just to get the consistency, and just simmer it for 3 minutes. There you go. It's done now, so I'm gonna take off the heat. As you can see, the onions just succulent. It's not brown, but it just softens enough to create into fine smooth paste. So if you're not sure about it, just remove the bay leaf, because sometimes it adds the bits to it. I'm just gonna blend it into a fine smooth paste. There you go, fine smooth paste. It looks like a cream of mushroom soup, and the consistency as well. So if you taste it, it's so creamy and yummy. So I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 tablespoon of ghee. Since it's a korma, I want to use rich ingredients. So we don't need a lot of fat this time, because the korma is going to be rich with because there's not a lot of cooking involved now. I'm going to add a cassia bark, or the cinnamon we call it, and a bay leaf goes in, and the ghee. As usual, when you're adding the whole spices, keep the heat to medium. Once the spices start releasing the aroma, that's when we're going to add the onions. I've taken about 1 medium-sized onion, cut into fine dice. So there is a question, another thing I like to say. Even though we blend the onion earlier, I'm adding the onion again second time, because I want this onion to go nicely golden brown before I add the chicken. So what it does is, it gives the texture to the curry. So rather than, it's just like a blend onion soup with chicken, it makes like a chicken curry. So all these little elements will define the final product of the curry, which will be absolutely fantastic. Just to fast forward browning the onion, just a pinch of salt, give it a stir. So chopping onion evenly always helps to get the onions nice and golden brown. There you go, onions becoming nice golden brown. I'm gonna add the chicken. So I'm gonna cook the chicken on high heat, so that keeps the chicken nice and tender. Turn the heat down. Before you add the relish spice mix. I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of relish spice mix. Amazing product. The korma will never be same again. Just give it a mix for 30 seconds. Add about 150 ml of hot water. Bring the heat up. So here I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. So you have to leave it for 5 minutes, or until you don't see any raw bits from the outside the chicken. As you can see, it's all from the out, it's cooked, so you just need the chicken to be cooked inside. So at this point of time, I'm going to add our base korma paste. So which is the cashew nut, almond, and give a stir. Mix it well. Look at the color, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna put the lid on. Before that, I've added the salt. Now just cover it with the lid. Cook on high heat. Cook on high heat. So that way we want to get rid of as much moisture as possible out of the chicken. So nice creamy curry. So keep checking every now and again. Always get on the sides, because when it reduces, that's where it always starts burning. Just give a stir in the middle. Just cook until the texture is right. So just gonna put the lid back again, simmer for 2 more minutes. Okay. Take the lid off. Time to taste. Before we add the sugar or the butter and cream, always taste, because it's really important. It tells you what needs to be added. Wow, it's perfect. So if you don't want too rich, trust me, you can still eat it like that without the cream and the butter as well. So if you notice, it's a really healthy curry. So all the Weight Watchers and the Slimming World people, this is how you can have a healthy korma. I'm adding some jaggery to the curry. So if you want to be healthy, stop eating sugar, use jaggery or honey, any of the natural sweetener. And next is a good knob of butter and single cream. So generally you add cream and then finish it off, but in the korma you want to simmer the cream for at least 2 or 3 minutes more, so the whole sauce becomes nice and really creamy. As you can see, the texture is coming up really nicely. Keep scrubbing the edges. That's all the goodness is. That's where the curries in the restaurant always taste different. There we go. It's turning and turning and turning. Look at the color now. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm happy with the consistency. Turn the heat off, remove the lid, and look at the consistency. So creamy, yummy, and it's absolutely aromatic. Trust me, the kormas will never be same again. This korma is aromatic, so tasty. So you don't have to have a boring korma. You can have the tastiest of the curry on the table without being too hot. And as you can see, it's so healthy and rich. I'm just going to taste the final product now after adding the butter and the cream and everything. So it's really delicious, so smooth. That's why I think the kids love it, because it's so soothing. And trust me, it's so rich. You don't have to add the butter and cream as well. It will still be really healthy curry for everybody. If you want to find this product, currykingvinny.co.uk, and also follow us on Relish Spice Mix on Instagram, Currykingvinny on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter and YouTube. So there's always a lot of information, not only about the Relish Spice Mix, there will be loads of other recipes and everything. So looking forward to hearing from you guys. Do give us a feedback on Curries Made with These group on Facebook. Hope you enjoyed the video. Eat curry, be merry. Currykingvinny.